Amazing. So I'm going to be diving into something that all coaches must be doing in order to get the results that they want in their business, in their lives, but mainly in having a successful coaching business. So throughout this week, I've been really busy, and it's Monday now, but last week I've been super busy. You may have seen me talking about it on social media or on the emails. I've been super busy delivering our live neuro-linguistic programming and timeline therapy and hypnotherapy course. It's been incredible. We've literally been live delivering it from 9:30 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. every day. And today we start our free training, Start Your Coaching Business. So when I'm recording this, which is the 11th of October, as I'm live with you ladies now, today is our first day of this training. It's free. Some of you may already be registered for it, but if you're not registered for it, pop us a message and we can get you the link as well. So as always, I'm Rebecca Lockwood, your neuro-linguistic programming trainer, hypnotherapy trainer and breakthrough coach trainer. And I also train a couple of other modalities, including timeline therapy, positive psychology, law of attraction, EFT, energy, and a couple of other bits and bobs. So I want to talk through things that all coaches must do. All coaches need to do these things in order to be successful in their business. Now, if any of this resonates with you, or if as I'm going through this you're thinking, hell yes, like give me a wave, let me know, because it's helpful as well to help me understand and know what's helpful for me to talk about in these sessions. So when it comes to having your coaching business and starting a coaching business, you kind of don't necessarily always think about the business side of things first and the sales side of things. Most people, when becoming a coach or when thinking about becoming a coach, they're just really thinking about helping people change their lives, helping people make a difference in their lives, doing something good in the world and making a difference. And these things really matter. But what then happens is we then become qualified in coaching, and then all of a sudden we have to sell ourselves, market ourselves, put ourselves out there to have a successful coaching business, because the harsh reality is that if you are wanting a successful coaching business, you need to be able to market and sell yourself as a coach. And I kind of spoke about this last week as well, didn't I, when I talked about, the steps that you need to take in order to have a successful coaching business. So I want to touch on one of the most important things that all coaches need to do, not only to be able to successfully sell their coaching and market themselves, but also to be able to, hi Susan, to be able to authentically and with integrity market their services, because they have experienced the breakthroughs firsthand. Hi Samantha. So when you are using coaching and utilizing coaching and becoming a coach, one of the biggest wastes of resources that you have is coaching. It sounds a bit crazy, doesn't it? Like, you have trained as a coach and you have all of these tools, all of these resources, but you aren't necessarily applying them to yourself. So all coaches must apply everything that they've learned as a coach to themselves in order to experience that breakthrough, experience that transformation, and clear out any stories or any limiting beliefs that they have that are holding them back. Okay? Like, I say it out loud and I think this just sounds like common sense. Like, it really does. It is common sense, right? It should be something that we just do naturally without even thinking about it, right? But unfortunately, not everybody does this. And unfortunately, when you are learning how to become a coach, not all training companies either create that space for you to be able to do that. And not all training companies, unfortunately, talk about doing that, right? So one of the things that we do within our training is we partner our students up together. This last week, every day, I just feel so emotional when I talk about it, and then I feel like a bit of a geek saying that, but it's so true. Like, every day our students have said, like, oh my gosh, Rebecca, this has been amazing. Like, I cannot believe the transformation in myself. I cannot believe the breakthroughs that I've had. And I say to them all at the end of the day, when they reflect on the day that we've had, I say, well, I've given you the tools and techniques, right? I've given you and taught you the tools and techniques. You have then gone away with each other, and I've put them into breakout rooms to work with each other and facilitated them transformations for each other, right? That wasn't me, that was them, right? That was you. So you need to ensure that when you are, Aisha says makes sense, yeah, that when you are learning, Savina says I've made it. When you are learning to become a coach, and when you are practicing coaching ongoing, and when you are supporting your clients as a coach, you need to ensure that you're working on yourself as well, right? Make a note, what stories are you telling yourself about why you can't sell yourself? Because one of the biggest, in fact, the biggest challenges that I see that coaches have is around selling and marketing. I mean, if your challenge is different than that, please do tell me, because it'd be helpful for me to tailor this content to what you've actually got going on. But the biggest, Aisha says absolutely, the biggest challenges from having spoken to coaches, having spoken to my students, having put surveys out there and spoken to thousands of coaches, the biggest challenges that they've been facing is about getting clients and selling, getting coaching clients and selling their services and marketing themselves and putting themselves out there. So what you need to do is you need to even just get a pen and a piece of paper, write down like all of the things that you're currently telling yourself. What are the stories that you're currently telling yourself about sales, about marketing, about getting coaching clients? What are the stories you're telling yourself? And, you know, I speak a lot about having a script and that you're reading from your script, and think about like, who wrote your script? Are you writing your script? Is it supporting you? Is it serving you? The current version of reality that you're seeing at the moment, is that supporting you? Is that serving you? If the answer is no, then you need to consistently be doing the work on yourself in order to be able to show up in the way that you want to show up. And I talk about money, and I'm talking about sales, and I'm talking about marketing, but really it's about, what is all of that stuff going to do for you? Okay, what is that going to do for you? I recently spoke with a journalist about, she was asking for people who've used NLP to set big goals and achieve them. And I said, yeah, you know, one of my longest goals was reaching 6 figures. I set that goal previous to even having trained in NLP in my previous business and worked along it. And it took me, I think I set the goal in 2013, and it took me till 2018, so 5 years, right? But it was never about the money. It was never about the money. It was about what that money would allow me to do, how I would have the freedom to be able to spend time with my children, how I'd have the freedom to be able to hire team members, to be able to allow me to have more time to do the things that I want to do and not sat in front of the computer all the time. So I want you to also think about like, what is it that income will give you that is going to support you in your life? Like, it's not just about money and material things. It's also, and by the way, them things are fine. Like, it's great to want them things and have them things, but what else is it? What else is it that's going to really change the quality of your life every single day? And ask yourself, like, what stories am I telling myself at the moment about being able to achieve these things, about being able to get coaching clients, about being able to market myself and put myself out there? So a few of the things that I discovered right in the beginning of my NLP coaching business was that I was worried about what people would think about me. I was worried about how other people may judge me. I was worried that my hair may look frizzy. I was worried that people might look at me and think, well, who does she think she is giving us this advice? I was worried that, you know, I would have people, you know, I had lots of friends from school on my Facebook. I was worried about what then people would say about me, especially when they knew how much of a little shit I was at school. Right? So all of this imposter syndrome, all of these things that I was saying to myself that was holding me back from marketing and selling myself as a coach and having conversations with people that really matter. So all of these things are just limiting beliefs, are not necessarily truths. They're distortions of your reality that you're filtering through your model of the world that you're then projecting out, right? Yours may be similar to that. They may be completely different. the best way to do this is literally just sit down with yourself with a pen and a piece of paper, bullet point all of the things you're saying to yourself, all of the stories you're telling yourself about why you cannot get coaching clients, why you haven't got enough, or why you can't make sales or can't charge a certain amount of money, and then work on them. Because if you are coaching people, you should also know how to help people release limiting beliefs. Your coaching training should have taught you how to do that. So you need to apply that to yourself as well. And all coaches must do this in order to be able to push through your own blocks, in order to be able to push through your own boundaries, your own limiting beliefs. Understand what you're telling yourself and the self-talk that you have, and really allowing yourself to release that consistently. So every single week, I will check in with myself and I'll ask myself, okay, what's going on this week, Becky? What stories have I been telling myself about X, Y, Z? What limiting beliefs have I got coming up? Is there anything else going on here that I might need to work on? So we really need to be honest with ourselves and allow ourselves to dig deep into ourselves and our subconscious. And that's one of the things that I teach within our neuro-linguistic programming courses, which is how to work with the deep subconscious and the neural networks in the brain. So you get lasting results. Firstly, you understand what the root cause is of the problems, and then you're able to get lasting results because you're able to work with the deep subconscious behaviors and the brain. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. You know, all coaches must apply everything they've learned in their coaching to themselves so that you can achieve the results that you want, but also so that you can sell your coaching with integrity and authenticity, because you're not just marketing something, you're not just telling people about what you can help them with and how you can help them. You're walking your talk. You're applying everything that you've learned to yourself. You're self-coaching, you're doing the work on yourself, and you're supporting others too. A question that comes up a lot with my students, they ask me, okay, well, what do I do if I've got stuff going on in my own life and I'm having to work with my clients? And I'll say, self-coach, like apply what you're doing with your clients to yourself. Like, you should be doing that consistently anyway, right? And if stuff comes up in sessions with your clients, make a note of it and remember to work on that as well. Okay. So if this was helpful, let me know. If it resonated, let me know. As I said, I've got the Start Your Coaching Business training starting today. So for those of you who might be getting emails from me today, I do apologise if you've got quite a few, because there's been a couple of reminders gone out about that training at 3 p.m. as well as our usual video at this time on a Monday. So if you do have any questions or you'd like the link to register for the Start Your Coaching Business, do give me a message and let me know. Debbie says totally agree. Thanks, Debbie. And I also have a free NLP guide. So if you've not already downloaded that, if you're on Instagram with me, you can find that in the link in my profile. And if you're on Facebook with me, you can find it in the link in the description. If you're listening to this on the podcast on replay, it'll be in the show notes. So have an amazing day. I hope that you are joining me for my Start Your Coaching Business training today at 3 o'clock. So it's October the 11th when I'm recording this. I'm running this training multiple times over the next 2 weeks, and I'll be going through all of the stuff that's really important for you to have in place in order to start and grow a successful coaching business. Thank you very much, Mahiva. I hope I said your name correctly. Have an amazing day. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you've got any questions, or if you've caught me on the back end of this video, feel free to go back and watch the replay. Have an amazing day. And if you're joining me for the Start Your Coaching Business training at 3 p.m, let me know. And if you need the link to register, just let me know as well, and I'll pop it over to you. Speak to you soon.